to the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. Visit cnext.bank for more information, the exclusive banking partner of the Digital Weather Desk. And thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. We've had a day that's really been marked by just a few scattered thunderstorms here and there, and where we have seen those storms, we've seen some efficient downpours. They haven't hung around for very long, and we're kind of already on the downward trend on a lot of that activity as we go through the rest of the afternoon. Probably going to see that trend continue, but we can't guarantee it, obviously. That's what I'm here for. Either way, let's take a look at the satellite. And again, you can see the afternoon cloud cover that continues across a good chunk of the region. And also look at the radar currently across the same area. And it kind of shows what we're dealing with. And no big surprises here that we've seen the isolated storms. Again, if you follow the forecast through the day, we started off with kind of a record-setting day in Madison Parish. More on that in just a minute. Most of what we've seen in the last 10 to 15 minutes, just some occasional isolated showers across north central Louisiana and far southern Arkansas. Farther southward, there's a little bit of outflow moving southwestward out of Wynn Parish into Grant Parish. But again, most of what we've seen has been fairly isolated. The more consistent rainfall through the day has been along the Mississippi Valley. And even then, we're kind of on the tail end of a lot of this activity with the more focused, isolated storms moving from near Winnsboro to southward toward Wisner, Gilbert, some of those areas as well. Across much of Franklin Parish, and they're generally almost stationary. So where you do see those heavier downpours, be prepared that you could see some quick, hefty rain totals. And also along that note, there are some rain-cooled temperatures out there. Temperatures like 79 in Winnsboro. It's 88 currently in Monroe, 82 in Ruston, 85 in El Dorado, and again, low to mid-80s generally along the Mississippi Valley. Quick check of rain totals. A lot of these are radar estimated rain totals, and again, this is only for the last 12 hours, so Vicksburg, a little over a third of an inch of rain, pales in comparison to the 4+ inches of rain that you saw this morning. A little over a quarter of an inch of rain in Homer, or at least in some of the surrounding areas, and again, we've picked up some trace amounts of precipitation here and there, and also some measurable rain. And along the Mississippi Valley, some of that has been heavy at times. Radar estimating close to 3 inches of rain across portions of East Carroll Parish. Look at the percentage of normal rainfall. Usually try to aim for around 100% of your normal rain over a 30-day stretch. Really, the only area that's kind of struggling in our area is up into Drew County in southeastern Arkansas. And on that note, at last check, Drew County, the only county parish in our area that is currently under a burn ban. So, again, Monticello, surrounding areas, make sure that you heed those burn bans if they are in effect for your area. Quick check of the Futurecast, again, shows that we kind of do this whole scenario over again tomorrow. Good afternoon, Christian. Thanks so much for joining us on the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank this afternoon. And, again, check of Futurecast shows with this trough still in place. We run into the scattered shower and storm potential again tomorrow. Then it's a series of cold fronts. First boundary really doesn't make its way through the area on Friday, and we continue the warming trend. Then the next front starts to arrive in the area late Friday, early Saturday, really more focused on Saturday. Could bring some scattered showers and storms, but it will also bring some cooler temperatures. It takes a little while for those for that cooler air to get in, but once it gets here, temperatures at least start trending a smidge below normal for this time of year by the early parts of next week. Lows tonight near 70. Again, a stray shower or storm can't be ruled out. Again, I think the rain chances are quite limited in the grand scope of things, just considering where we are right now. Hi, Diane. Hello, Susan. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on the afternoon forecast. Again, winds will be out of the south-southwest. They should be fairly light as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Daytime highs back to near 90 tomorrow. A few afternoon scattered storms will be a possibility. Again, I'm not expecting a whole lot of significant widespread rain, but where we do see those isolated storms, they may be slow moving. That could create some locally heavy downpours and even some isolated street flooding and flash flooding concerns similar to what we ran into earlier today. Look at the 7-day forecast. Shows mid-90s for highs Thursday, mid to upper 90s on Friday. And again, for high school football plans and for athletic trainers and folks that kind of support our athletic squads and a lot of our school kids and stuff like that. Be prepared for the heat and humidity to be a problem on Friday. Cold front makes its way through the area, brings some changes as we go into the day on Saturday, but perhaps slightly more dramatic changes. I say more dramatic. We get back into the upper 80s for highs early parts of next week, with morning lows in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. And again, Rain chances are not overly great, but they do sneak back in for the weekend and could linger into the early parts of next week. Once we go into next week, things get a little bit more uncertain in terms of the grand scheme of how things will actually shake out in terms of rain chances. Obviously, we'll keep you updated on that. Again, a reminder that the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank, serves 33 parishes and counties across northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and western Mississippi, and it's all made possible free to you by the local businesses that you see there on your screen. So all we ask, and all I ask, is that you thank them along the way for making this possible. And obviously, if anything pops up storm-wise across the area this evening, we'll keep you updated there. Any isolated storms that create some headaches, we'll obviously keep an eye on. Additionally, obviously, I'll join you again tomorrow with a look at the midweek forecast as we head toward your Wednesday and beyond, see if there's any changes out there in store. Other than that, have a great rest of your